And we're live. Okay. So guys, this is Shane P. So guys, this is Shane P from Super Paloma Bros. I'm here with my brother First, and we're here to review the Batman 95, written by James Tynion, art by George Jimenez, and all I can say, part 1 of Joker War. This is amazing. This was action packed. This was a really good way to start the story arc. And first of all, I just want to review the two covers that came with this book. First was the cover A. By George.
That is an
George
awesome
Jimenez.
cover.
I love it.
Yeah.
You get your classic Joker in the front. And it shows, I think he's in the Batcave in front of the Bat computer and everything, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
You have Joker just throwing the bouquet. Throwing the bouquet over his shoulder, and he has a little dialogue in the front cover. He says, "Hey, bats, like what I've done." He says he's like what I've done with the place, and it's just chaos everywhere. Like it's amazing.
Yeah.
And then. Go ahead, first. Show the second one.
The second cover, I just fell in love with this cover. It is just so badass. I am in love with everything. He even has the burning bats down there. He set the freaking bats on fire. And then, of course, you got Batman in the shadows back there. And then that trench coat he's wearing, oh, my Lord. I would wear that. I seriously would.
Yes,
I would wear that. I would wear that coat.
So this cover B was done by Francisco Martina, and like First said, like this artwork is just fantastic, man. Like he just kills it every time with the cover art.
Yeah.
But this Batman 95 cover B by him was just, like you said, fantastic. First pointed it out. You have Batman in the back of the shadow, like a foggy figure of him, and you have the Joker standing in just flames, like just fire everywhere with like shit ton of weapons. Or I see dynamite and knives and
you got grenades. You got brass knuckles. You got bats on fire. You see a bat skeleton down there. I'm just like, This is a crazy cover. Now, this would be awesome to have all of them sign this and have it in a slab. I think this would be a good slab choice.
It really is. But still not taken away from the cover A. The cover A is still great by George, and still amazing. So me and First are going to do a full breakdown spoiler review for you guys today. Woo. And we're like super excited. So let's just
I hope y'all are ready.
let's dive into it. So that's a spoiler warning for you guys. So now we're gonna go into the deep dive. You want to go in first, or you want me to start it off, bro?
Looking at it, I can start it off because looking at the beginning of it, what I love, I have to say this, what I love about James Tynion the fourth. He goes back to like years ago to like when Batman and Joker first came about, and because the Batman was finding all of these bodies, of course, with the Joker smile and stuff like that, and then he was also talking to Alfred at the same time,
right?
And they were saying stuff like the Alfred was saying like, who is this Joker person?
Right.
And pretty much the Batman was like coming to the realization like this is something that's never gonna stop.
Yeah.
He's gonna keep going. What he actually said was how many has this Joker figure already killed? And he said 24, and I expect to find more bodies at the reservoir.
Right.
And then we can bring his nightmare to an end. But Batman interjects and says, I'm not sure this will be the end, sir. It's difficult to put into words, Alfred. It's just showing that I think the Joker, the whole meaning of the Joker War started way back then. I think he already had this plan, and it's just now he's implemented it, because I think all of this was part of his plan. So that was just crazy. And of course, you got Alfred there, R.I.P. Alfred, Miss
Right.
Alfred. So,
Come on now, Tom King. What the hell, man? Why you gotta kill my boy?
But I don't think Alfred is gone. I think Alfred is like away somewhere, still guiding him somehow, some way. So yeah.
So yeah, like first said, with that panel, with him like going into dialogue about the Joker, like you said, it's like in the early years, so it's like since like his body count was only like in the 20s. You know damn well Joker probably killed hundreds of thousands of people.
Than that.
So
more than that.
You know that he just started off, but yeah, he what first came to mind when he highlighted this dialogue, this conversation between them two, I thought about the Dark Knight movie, and that dialogue that Heath Ledger's Joker had with the Batman. Who's playing the Batman at the time? I forgot his name. Damn, I can't think. Christian Bale Batman. And then they were talking, and they pretty much was saying like they were destined to do this forever, and that was pretty much this scene right here. But it was between Alfred and Batman at the time, and it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like they go in unison, and that's pretty much was the scene.
Yes,
and the cool thing at the end of that dialogue between Alfred and Batman, it had skipped, and he was like telling him to take a left turn, and it goes to his Batmobile, and it says in 3, 2, 1, and then it transitions into the now, like right now. You know, he shows the Batmobile slamming in through a wall, and then it just opens up, and it feels like an action movie. Like to me, like it just shows like the who made the book, like James Tinian and as the writer, George Jimenez as the artist. Like it's just spread everywhere. It's not like in one page. It's like spread everywhere throughout the book. So it feels like an action movie. It feels like I'm watching a Batman movie unveiled right in front of me, and it shows the newscast people just giving pretty much the you know what I mean, what's been going on with Bruce Wayne and Batman, and what's been going on in Gotham City, as you know, when the Joker start taking over Gotham City and stuff like that. So, and then it skips to the Batmobile inside this tunnel, and one of the Joker's lackeys, one of his goons, come out with a fucking rocket launcher. It's crazy. It's like just like nonstop action.
It looks like a camera.
Right.
It looks like he has a camera on his shoulder, but it's a freaking rocket launcher. I'm just like
crazy. Yes.
They believe in their weapons.
Yeah,
they believed in their weapons.
Yeah, so it shoots one of the lackeys shoot the rocket launcher. It hits the Batmobile. He walks up to it, and what do you know? It opens up, and Batman is not there. Obviously, you know Batman. You can't catch him slipping. He's ahead of the game. No. He's not gonna be caught easy. Not like that. And then one of the lackeys ends up calling Punchline and telling her the dude's not there. We don't know where the hell he's at. So, and then it goes to, you go ahead first.
No, it's okay. Of course, Punchline shows up. You know, she's a big part of this. She's now Joker's new sidekick.
Right.
And of course, now the last time when we left off, they had got a hold of Lucius.
Right.
And they had him tied up. But now in this on this page, you see Lucius. He's all Jokerized right now. His eyes are all bloodshot, and he has a Joker smile, and he has like little I forgot, what do you call those things that they poke in your face for the
it's like it's just little needles or stuff like that.
Yeah, like little needles, and you know the toxin is like going through his skin, so she's pretty much controlling him that way. Yeah, and that's when it's just the whole. I know it's George Jimenez work, because he did mention in one of his videos that he always focuses on the eyes, and the eyes on Lucius right here, it just looks very like something just taking over.
Yeah.
that Joker juice is not good for him at all.
Yeah, so Lucius is pretty, like you said, is pretty much brain controlled, getting taken over by Punchline at the moment. And he's pretty much, she's obviously getting information from him, like where's Batman, what he's doing, all that shit. And he ends up asking where's the Joker, you know what I'm saying, and all this stuff like that. And pretty much she's just like, well, what would you be doing if you had $100 billion? And then she was like, he'd go shopping. So you see, dude, this was also what's crazy about the Joker, dude. Like, he ends up going to the theater where Bruce Wayne and his family end up watching that movie. The same theater, it's called the Monarch Theater. And Joker is in there, and he ends up purchasing the theater that Bruce Wayne's, right next to Crime Alley, where the freaking, his mom and dad end up getting murdered. So, dude, that's like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
This is when it lets you know that this is more of a personal thing.
Right.
It's not Batman he's after, it's Bruce Wayne he wants.
Right.
Because it's like he's trying to tear him down somehow. And because what sick person would go and purchase and show the movie on the night that your parents died and want to plaster that movie and purchase the same place where your parents died? That's a person that's kind of obsessed and they want to break you down, which I think that's what Joker's idea. But what really got me about this part was, as the gentleman was showing Joker the place, they kept hearing people laughing, like in the bottom of the theater. So he's like, he keeps hearing people, but of course Joker just shakes it off and he just go about his business. And he ended up purchasing the theater. And he said, when the guy said he heard some laughing, Joker said, it's probably the wind, old theater like this.
Right.
But you see the part where the gentleman pretty much sold it to Joker, and he said it's going to be hard to say goodbye to this place. The boy, Bruce Wayne, he came by with a few offers over the years.
Turn him
so
down.
Bruce has been trying to buy the place. He turned him down, but Joker just so happened to, come on, now Joker has all his money. Now you offer it to all people but Joker. So I'm just like, come on, man. So he said, folks don't want to see something they've seen 100 times before. But you see here, they always say that, but when they never mean it, then want all the pieces in the right places. So the Joker has something planned. So he, like he said, all the pieces in the right places. This is part of the piece of his puzzle of what he's getting ready to do. And of course, the guy is still hearing voices of people laughing down at the bottom. Take it from there, Shay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Go ahead.
So he keeps on, it's like, do you hear these voices or something like that? But the main cool thing, before I get to the crazy part, I mean, it's all crazy, but like, the Joker was looking for something, looking, he was, scouring the place for something in particular. And then next thing you know, it shows him finding the film, The Mark of Zorro, the same freaking film that Bruce Wayne seen that same night. And then it's crazy. And then it skips to him saying, you know what? Why don't we join? This is the Joker. He says, you know what? Why don't we join them in the audience? The show is about to start. And then the dude's like, the show, and he's confused. And he's like, how many seats does this theater have? I wouldn't want my friends to run out. And he was like, your friends, the laughing ones? And then next thing you know, dude, it pans down and it shows a theater full of people that's just been controlled by the Joker, and it's just a really crazy scene with all their faces, like with smiling faces, like grin ear to ear, and like just like in that Joker trance, and it's just wild, man. Like he says that he has all of Gotham inside that theater and stuff like that, so it's wild. And Joker is just on another level now. Like first said, this right here is gonna be a personal type of battle. It's not just going to be physical. It's like I said, leading up into this, he already stripped everything away from Bruce and Batman, and now he's like fighting with the bare bones. He doesn't have Alfred, so Alfred's dead. He kidnapped Lucius, and he's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He brainwashed him, so he's getting more insight on Batman and stuff like that. And now he's buying the theater that, you know, Bruce Wayne's been trying to buy for years, and now he's just having everybody in that Joker trance, and it's just wild, man. And it just skips to it just skips to what's this dude's name? The
underbroker.
Yeah. So you know,
the underbroker is unmasked on this one. Now this is new. This was new, and he's like meeting up with Commissioner Bullock.
Right.
And so of course they're trying to of course the underbroker, he now works for the Joker.
Yeah.
And he was like, see here what he said. Mr. Graves, how can the GCPD be of service to you tonight? And this is what he talks about, you know, I've just come from filming a civil rights injunction to stop filing a civil rights injunction to stop the police harassment, Wayne Enterprise, and its owners. Now, when he say its owners, he's talking about the Joker, because the Joker is now the owner of Wayne Enterprise. Right. And that's when we talk about the mayor is on television right now, insisting that you disperse the barricades surrounding Wayne Enterprise. He says you are likely to be replaced in the coming days. My client. What I like about this is Commissioner Bullock is like a protector for Batman.
Right.
Bruce Wayne. Yeah. So he's trying to stop him from trying to get inside there, and he does not care about no injunction. He told him to take that injunction and shove it up his ass. He's not, and the part that they go backwards and forth for a little bit, but the part that really got me was the ending part where he said, "Harry, you're losing this one." He says, "We're all losing." We're all losing Whitaker. So I'm just like, okay, that's kind of sad. I'm like, come on, Commissioner Bullock.
Yeah, everybody has this feeling of like, we already fucking lost, man. The Joker's already owning everything. Yeah. Like the fucking city's going to hell, even though it's already been in hell. But like it's like going, it's digging itself deeper and deeper. And what do we see after that scene that first just explains? It shows what's his name? The underbroker getting driven away in his car, and he's going into this building. And who is driving his car? It is Batman, dude.
This is crazy.
10 steps ahead still.
That is crazy.
Even though he has everything stripped away from him, he's still there, and he's still like, just, dude, it's Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is like the best superhero ever. Like, and he has no superpowers. Yes, like,
he really
how is he still like? He's
none
still
whatsoever.
A little bit steps ahead. Yes, but like I said, we had to keep on. We didn't finish the book yet, so it's Batman is still showing little chops. He's still like we say that he's still not getting caught slipping and everything. So it's cool to see that Batman still has his his ways, even though like he was what was it in '94? He felt defeated before he had his revelation with that. Me and first did the review for '93 and '94. Yeah, really amazing scene at the end of '94 with the lightning strike, and that was supposed to be like a sign from Alfred. He actually, like you said, he came back to his element because he felt like he felt broke. Honestly, like before this, he felt broken as fuck, dude. Like he just felt like he was beaten already until he had that revelation.
I mean, his money. I mean, his name was being tarnished. His money was taken from him. His building, I mean, all of his funds are being transferred over to the least favorite person he wanted to be transferred to.
Right.
It's like everything is just crumbling down on him. So he just needed that reminder of who he was. He's Bruce Wayne. He's Batman. So to me, I love that ending part in '94 because it kind of reminded me of the Phoenix Rising. that whole the way he came. I'm like, oh, that's the Phoenix Rising. I love that part.
Yeah.
But of course, Batman, like you say, always 10 steps ahead.
Mm-hmm.
He's driving the underbroker, so he's aware of what's going on.
Yeah. So the building that the underbroker ended up going into, fast forward, it shows Batman climbing this building. You know what I'm saying? Getting past the guard, and then it shows this cool ass scene of him like having like this see-through vision or something like that, like his eyes and his cowl like turn green, and he looks through, and it's like X-ray vision through the building, and it shows like all of every I guess lackey or thug in there that's armed and stuff like that, from every floor from the bottom to the top of where he's at, which is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like a really amazing scene. And then it shows like the use of his gadgets as well. It shows like him cutting through this the building and stuff like that, and he ends up go ahead.
Now Shane, think about this.
What's up, bro?
Who else do you know when they're cutting glass in the building is going to cut his own symbol? You don't see Superman doing that.
Hell no.
You don't see the Flash doing that.
Yeah, he's going to
only Batman. Only Batman is you're going to know it's him that broke into that. He cut his own symbol, which I thought that was. I'm like, where do you get that type of thing to cut your own symbol perfectly like that and then pull the glass out? That's crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah. So this is where it gets fucking cool right here. I mean, the whole book was amazing, but then he gets into the building, and he's walking through, and then who ends up showing behind Batman? Fucking Punchline.
Punchline. Where have you been? What took you so long, Punchline?
Yeah, so
of course he's.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, bro.
No. Go ahead.
So yeah,
it
just shows Punchline coming right behind him, and like freaking like trying to slash him with her knives and stuff like that, and like it's just amazing. And like I'm just gonna like break down this dialogue for you guys. So it's like I said, it gets into they have this conversation after like she strikes him and stuff like that, and she's like, your friend Mr. Fox outlined the 6 micro caves you snuck into the building, and then you have Lucius in the background of the it's like this big ass computer monitor with all his faces on it and stuff, and he says, "I'm sorry, Batman," and then she says, "It's like you planned every type of attack on Gotham City and had different crisis caves to operate out of each one of them." And she said, this one was my favorite. You want to know why? She said, this is one you hadn't earned yet. This is the one that you were going to unlock when you and Mr. Fox and Mr. Wayne had finished building your new Gotham City. So, it's crazy. Oh, I'm going to continue after that. But because they don't know that Batman and Bruce Wayne are the same person. I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah, Punchline has no idea.
So, but like after she made that dialogue and she goes for another, knife strike trying to cut him, she ends up pressing this button that's on the computer screen and stuff like that, and Batman does this cool ass action move dodge, and then he ends up throwing like 3 batarangs, and it like misses her and stuff like that, and she was like, it's so hopeful, isn't it? I love color in the cape and the cowl. It's not a dark night after all. And it shows this is the first appearance of this new Batman suit, and I want to show it to you guys. I don't know if I can get it in the screen because it's so bright.
That is crazy.
But it's like a new Batman suit, and it's freaking awesome, dude.
Yes, it is.
But I seen I think I read somewhere that James Tynion said that I don't think he was gonna use this Batman cowl. I don't know, but in the dialogue itself as well, Batman's like, speaking to Lucius, and he's like, I hadn't seen this design, and he said no, found it on the computer, and I thought it was you, and it was Punchline. and Punchline ends up saying, "Okay, that's Amelia. Say hi. Say hi, Amelia. Sorry about that. What's going on? She's
It's
in the
all
room
right.
right now.
It's cool.
Super kid. Hold on.
That's cool.
Right, you go down now, okay? We'll finish the review.
I gotta get it going.
Okay, go ahead. Close the door. All right. All right. So yeah, I got kids. I think I said
Special
that
guest Amelia, everybody.
like every video. I say that. Close the door, babe. So back into the story. Punchline ends up laughing, and she said, "And you call us crazy, but you don't get your beautiful city of the future. You don't get your new toys, and you don't get your cool duds. We took it all, and now we're gonna kill you with it." And then Batman's like, he's like just confused and everything. He's like, "I don't understand." And then she was like, "Looking pretty rough there over there, Batman. I heard Deathstroke got you pretty bad. Maybe you didn't get stitched up right." And then she was like, "Oh wait, I know what it is. Easy to slip my mind since I spent the last year building up my immunities." And he's like, "What's happening to me?" And then this goes back. If you guys read the Joker 80th anniversary, she made her own Joker toxin with her own blend of it. And it's like a super strong hybrid of this Joker toxin, which makes which makes a pretty cool addition to Punchline, because she has her own type of Joker toxin that's pretty like Joker toxin on steroids times a million. Because I think it's a mixture between like, what was it? Scarecrow,
Venom.
Right, yeah, Venom and the Joker toxin. It's
yeah,
like
and the fear toxin.
Yeah, it's like a mixture of all three of those. Like, and you can imagine how strong that is. So, Batman's like fucking hallucinating. Like he's like tripping balls right now. Like he end up getting a heavy dose of it, and he's like just tripping out, man. And then he's like, then it shows like Batman stumbling and everything. He said, need to get out. And then next thing you know, you hear something through his cowl, and it says, "Master Bruce, not that way. You're going backwards." And then he gets confused, and he says, "Alfred," because the only one calls him Master Bruce obviously is Alfred. And then it shows him trying to jump out the building, the glass that he cut through, and it shows the Batwing with Joker's face painted on his jet, and then all you hear from the radio call is, he's taking it all, your vehicles, your city, Master Bruce, you need to get out of there. And then it shows Batman, he's like tripping balls, like again, you know what I'm saying, his face is just like he's out of it. And he said, "No, this isn't real, you're dead. He said, "No, I'm sorry, my boy, I'm so sorry." And it says, "We are all dead." And it shows the Batwing just shooting through the building. And what I can imagine is that Batman got hit with that shot or either dodged it, and that was the end of book one. And at the end of the book, it says, "Next, all these wonderful toys." So that was the full book broken down for you guys of Batman 95. That shit was wild. It was such an amazing and crazy ride.
Yes, it was. And what really got me is that when they talked about the different like little bat caves that he has,
right? And
I'm beginning to wonder that suit, if that's something that Alfred made for him and had not told him about, because he said that he had not seen that one. I think that's a suit that Alfred made for him. So when Alfred kind of reminded him that he was just getting started, I think he was pretty much saying, "Look, I think that's probably one of the suits of many that Alfred probably made for him."
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you think that maybe Alfred knew about this before time and already was getting him ready, because that suit looked like it's metallic, like it's full armor. So
I really hope he uses it, man. I hope he uses that suit, dude. That suit looks so badass.
I hope he uses that suit. I
Yeah,
love that suit. So
I
when
don't
I
know.
first
It's
saw it, I was
just
like, oh, I hope he uses that.
yeah, I don't
But
know.
yeah,
We'll see.
this was a crazy ending. So,
Right.
but we already know. I just can't wait because I don't care what no one says. I cannot wait till Harley comes back. I know Harley's coming back
Yeah.
soon. I know she's coming back soon. But I this was like a crazy beginning,
Yeah.
and now you kind of have an idea that this is more of a personal attack on Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
not Batman, because the Joker needs Batman. He doesn't need Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's trying to that's a personal attack when you're going after things like that. So, but this thing is getting deep.
Yeah.
It's
So
getting deep, and I cannot wait.
yeah, so like the whole time, like I said, when me and first were breaking it down, the first time I read it as well, it really felt like I was watching, like I said, a Batman movie. I was watching
Yeah,
this whole thing unfold, and James Tinian's writing with George Jimenez's art is just fantastic, and I'm so happy that George ended up doing the interior art for this, and they chose him to
yeah,
do it because this like his art is just A1, just on point, and like the whole time, like I don't know, it's just so crazy. It's a crazy setup, man. Like even towards the end where
it is.
you have Batman, like everything's stripped away from him, and also he's like hallucinating and tripping out of this super hybrid Joker
Yeah.
toxin from Punchline, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and he ended up getting shot by his own Batwing, and it's like, what the hell, like. What's gonna happen next? You know what I'm saying? Like everything, like I said, everything's been taken away from him. He's already
Yeah.
hallucinating now, and you have Lucius Fox, getting taken away. My thoughts is, since the very end of it says all these wonderful toys. I think like yeah, you can take away all of Bruce Wayne's and Batman's weapons and toys and whatnot.
Yeah.
What you can't take away is his family. So I
That's
feel
it.
like in the next book, you're probably going to see a lot of characters that's going to come in and help Batman because he needs it right now.
Of
He really does
course.
need it.
Of
So
course. Of course. I'm expecting to see. I don't know if you all seen the cover of Nightwing. It's Punchline and Nightwing.
mhm.
She's fighting Nightwing on there. I'm expecting Nightwing. I'm expecting Robin. I'm expecting Batgirl. I know Catwoman's gonna be there. I know Harley's gonna take their side. So, because I just know I'm just expecting some old faces to just pop up,
Right.
and it'll be nice if some of them come up in their old costumes like when they first came out.
Mhm.
Especially Robin when he first came out, that the old Robin costume. I
Yeah.
think that would be awesome.
So the
That would
good
be
the good
awesome to bring back all of them and just spread it.
yeah, so the good news for everybody, including me and first, is that Batman 96 comes out in Tuesday. So it's not too far from now. So I'm super excited. And also, they already have a spoiler on there. It's going to be the first
Yeah.
appearance. I told you guys like freaking weeks ago. It's the first
Uh huh.
appearance of the Clown Hunter. So that's a character to
The
look out
Clown
for.
Hunter.
Yeah, it's like some like
Yeah.
little punk looking dude with like a mohawk and a baseball bat and stuff like that. So
Yeah. He
that's
has
gonna
a
be a
little. He
pretty
has a little
interesting.
red.
Yeah,
Yeah. He has a little red mohawk. He just looked like one of the little runaways that have the little ripped jeans,
yeah.
and he just looks the Clown Hunter. So I'm assuming he's coming after the little Joker's minions that he
Dude, I was
has
just gonna say
fighting with
that
him.
too. He's gonna end
I
up
think
helping
I think he's.
Batman, huh?
I have a feeling he is. I mean, he's not called the Clown Hunter for nothing.
Right. Yeah, like
So
because like you said, the
I
Clown
have a
Hunter.
feeling that's what he's there for.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Clown
So
Hunter. So
he
he's
that
end up gonna be fighting Joker's goons and coming after Joker.
yeah,
That's gonna be pretty cool, man. I like that. I like
that
because
is.
we James Tinian created already a lot of villains so far. Well, not a lot, just a few
Mhm.
villains, and now we get to have
Yes.
a hero created. So this is pretty awesome, man. Like I said, like James
Yes, it
Tinian
is.
is knocking out the park. You know what I'm saying? Like what he created so far since '86, he created Designer,
Um,
Underbroker,
designer.
Punchline,
Yeah.
and now
Hmm.
Clown Hunter.
and not a clown hunter. So there's so within that section, there's already like what 4 first appearances right there,
Yes, yes,
and you never know really what's actually going to happen, who's going
right.
to come back, who's going to die, or who's. I mean, you don't know. I'm hoping. I don't know why, but I want to see the designer come back and do something.
Hmm.
I don't know why. I want to see the designer come back and like go after the Joker or something like that. I don't know why. I want to see that.
I don't think he's
Or
dead.
I
I don't
have
think
a
he's
feeling
dead at
that there
all.
was. I don't think so either. I don't think so. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
why I feel that
We
way.
both don't think so, but maybe he is dead.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
he's dead. He could be. We're
Yeah.
just keeping our hopes alive. But I seriously don't think. I seriously don't think the designer's dead.
Right. I don't think
I
he's
don't.
dead
That's
either.
too easy. That was too easy to
Yeah.
kill.
He
No,
because
no.
he felt like a big character to me. I thought he was gonna. I thought James
He
was gonna use him
did.
for like bigger things than that, and I'm like, okay. He ended up killing
Yeah,
him.
like be over the like helping the like being over the Joker, have a different design after the Joker get all the money, him do something else. But that was a quick kill. You
Yeah.
can't build up somebody that big and then kill them off that quickly without some type of combat.
Right.
That's yeah, that's like killing off Jason and Michael Myers. No, they never die.
So okay, first. So we are going to do a rating 1 through 10 for Batman 95, and I want you to give me your rating 1 through 10 on the spot. Go! Out of reading it and going through the whole breakdown.
After reading it and going through the whole breakdown,
Mm.
I'm gonna give it. I have to give it a 10. I mean,
Wow!
I
Dang,
have to
first! Wow,
because
that's amazing.
it's just something about the dialogue and me. I'm the type of person I lose interest quickly.
Yeah,
If I'm reading a book and the first 2 pages don't get me, I lose interest.
right.
This right here has got me waiting for the next one, after the next one, after the next one, after the next. I'm gonna give it a 10. I
Hmm.
hands down 10. Sorry, but that's how I feel because it's like I'm anticipating. I can't wait for the next one. It's taking too long to come out, so I'm just like I can't wait. I want it now, but
Yeah,
yeah, I have to give it a 10. What
yeah.
about
So
you?
we're not gonna wait too long, man. It's gonna be right around the corner, so that's
Oh
gonna be
no,
pretty cool.
oh no.
For me, dude, like I said, the James Tynion's writing has been fantastic since he took over after
Yeah,
Tom King's run, which you know how that was. Everybody's had their own
yeah.
interpretation of that run, but since he's been writing, and we're just grading this issue, so this issue alone, the writing and the
Hmm.
beautiful art by George Menez,
Always.
and obviously the amazing covers that we have with this. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. I
I have
have
to
to
show
give
that
it.
again.
I'm gonna have to give it a solid. I'm gonna give it a solid 9 for me. A solid 9 out of 10. This was a really great part 1 issue for this. This is a really promising book, and I cannot wait for the second issue.
No,
It's gonna be
can't wait.
amazing. Part 2.
It
You know what's
is.
crazy? The only 10 I gave for a comic book so far in rating, but not when this was before I started doing YouTube
Mhm.
for comics and stuff. I end up no heavy like doing it heavily like I'm
Yeah,
doing it now.
yeah.
I read the Batman Last Night on Earth Part 1,
Mhm.
the first book, and that book right there was a 10 to me. That was a
Yeah,
10. That was fantastic. I don't know if you read it,
yeah.
but
No, I haven't read it yet.
that book was
I
a
have to get
10.
that.
But that's them but only the first one. The only number one. There's a
Yeah.
three is a 3-part miniseries, and it's a
Mhm.
crazy ass ride. It was Scott
Yeah.
Snyder and Greg Capullo, and they just go on this
Mhm.
crazy ass this dark type of gritty type of Batman. And but this one,
Yeah.
going back to this, I give it a 9. It's so promising, and I only expect to go up from here. You know what I'm saying? It's always either going to be a steady 9 to a 10 for me,
Yeah.
the bar is set right now. This is going to be. Oh, go ahead.
You cannot build this up like this
Mm-hmm.
and then drop.
Right.
If you build this up like this and drop, I'm not gonna even want to read it anymore. This no, I don't believe this is gonna go. I believe it's gonna keep accelerating.
Exactly.
Because he from the Joker 80th, he had my attention the whole time. I'm just like, anyone that can grasp my attention like that is an awesome writer. Because
so
I get bored.
Yeah.
I drop it.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. When I'm reading Marvel, I'm going, going to a different part of this. And the main writer that's killing it in Marvel is obviously Donny Cates. He's killing it right now with Venom and Thor. He's the top shit, the top dog. Everybody's talking about him, and you cannot not talk about him because that's all you hear. You hear Venom, you hear Null, you hear all that stuff. But what you have here in DC is James Tynion. James Tynion is on the same level, or if not slightly better, to me, than Donny Cates in a storytelling way, because you have him, you have Donny Cates writing Venom and writing Thor, and then you have James Tynion writing Batman and Something's Killing the Children, and like these are master storytellers. These are fucking top tier. So this Batman run is giving me personally, he's giving Donny Cates a run for his money versus his Venom issue right now. If you put Batman and Venom right now tier to tier, I honestly am telling you, the viewers and stuff like that, that Batman is edging him out right now with this part one of Joker Wars. This set the tone. Yeah. Venom is cool. I mean, no, not Venom. Virus is cool and everything, but honestly, I love Punchline. I think she's like cooler. You know what I'm saying? Cooler than Virus and stuff like that. So,
like I always say, this is why I like Harley and Punchline. Mm-hmm. When I was in high school, Harley Quinn was the type of female that I would be friends with, like, because we both have that sarcastic, funny, crazy attitude. Mm-hmm. Punchline is the type of female that we see each other. I see you, you see me, but we won't cross each other because we know it's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, she's a savage, dude.
That she is, and we recognize each other. I see you, you see me, but don't come over here. Yeah, it's not gonna be nice.
it's like exactly what you said. Like Punchline is like that girl you see, and it's like, and you're just like, damn, like I don't want to fuck with this girl because I know she's like the quiet one that doesn't speak too much, but she gets into a lot of shit, like low key, like this, you know what I'm saying? And then Harley, like you said, is like the outgoing, spoken, fun type and all that shit. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And Punchline, I love Punchline. Punchline's cool though to me.
Yeah, the Punchline was a good.
She's exactly the opposite of Harley. That's exactly what I can totally. You know what I mean, describe her. Like you have Harley and then you have Punchline, and they're on the opposite spectrums, but they still have the same effect. You know what I'm saying? But in their different ways. So
but I guarantee you before it's all over, they are going to end up coming together, and like I still don't like you, you still don't like me, but we got to stop this. Mm-hmm. So that I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. They're going to end up coming because they both know the Joker in different ways very well. I mean, so they know how to stop him pretty much. And I think the Punchline is the female Joker.
Yeah,
she really is. She studied him. She know all his. She said he's a great teacher, so she know pretty much everything about him. I mean, she's gonna take over. She's gonna take over.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I totally agree. Honestly can see Punchline having her own book soon, and like
Oh yeah.
just taking over the DC universe with her fucking just savagery and like her cutthroat. You know, obviously cutthroat with her
Yeah.
knives and stuff, and like her
Hmm.
having that new version of that Joker toxin, man. Wow,
Yes.
like that's freaking awesome. Like a super
That
hybrid,
is.
you know, like Joker toxin on
That
steroids.
is.
So that's really wild. But
That is crazy.
this was our me and First's full breakdown spoiler review of Batman 95. And this, like I said, guys, was a crazy read. We really enjoyed it. First rated it a
Yes.
10 out of 10, which was amazing. That's a
10.
perfect 10.
10.
So a perfect 10. And I rated it a 9 out of 10. So you know,
I
you
love
already
it.
know what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying? You read it if
Yeah.
you haven't read it yet. And this was amazing. And I just it was a pleasure reviewing this with you first. And I can't wait to
Always with you.
read 96 with you.
Always.
And
Can't wait with 96.
do another review with 96. So we're gonna do the whole series. Fuck it, we're gonna keep it going,
We
bro.
are.
Me and you,
We are.
we're gonna break down
We
this
are.
whole thing. So, but
Whole series.
you know,
It's
make sure
fun.
that
I
make sure
enjoy it.
you guys like, comment, and subscribe to our channels, and it's gonna be linked down below and stuff like that. And it was been cool. First, yeah, anything to say before we head out, bro?
It's right in that order. Literally, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget hit the notification button
There we go. Yeah,
too. We
exactly.
want y'all to be aware of when we actually put out videos so you can be on it and listen to the next one. Once again, Batman 95, the beginning of Joker Wars, James Tinian, George Jimenez, we want to thank you all for being a part of this, and we will see you all next time in the next video.
Yes. Yeah. So, like I said, you guys take it easy. Like first said, like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to James and George. Keep killing it, and we'll catch you guys later. All right. Peace.